Guten Tag everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of Dave In Deutschland. So for today's excursion, I thought I'd show you a little bit around where I live so you guys can get a feel of what it's like for me living here in Dresden. So coats on, zip up, we're going outside and it's a little bit nippy out there. So right, we are now standing directly outside my block of apartments, and off in that direction is the way to university, but we're heading off in this direction to the city centre. So a 3-minute walk brings us directly outside the main train station, and I absolutely love it because it's like living right next to King's Cross in the sense that I can get away to places relatively quickly without too much faff in between going from my apartment to the train station and vice versa. And so 3 minutes on from the Hauptbahnhof brings us to Pragerstrasse, which is a little bit like the Dresden Oxford Street. You've got your Mackie D's over there, and so this is where we come, or I come rather, to get all my bits and bobs for university or any electrical equipment, because it's got quite a range of shops and that down it. Not quite as good as Oxford Street, in fact it's a lot smaller, but a necessity. And just in between the Hauptbahnhof and Pragerstrasse is just this absolutely huge building site. I've got no idea what they're doing with it. I think they're going to be building a new shopping complex, which there's already enough of down this street, but I'd love to see what happens to it when it's finished, but I don't think I'm going to get that opportunity because I think the building work is going to... It looks as if they haven't progressed in the 2 months that I've been here. So, a shame. I would have liked to see what they were building, but oh well. And also in the main train station is a Lidl where I do all my shopping. It's not very big, but it does the job. And also a Christmas tree, which they still haven't taken down yet. Has no one told them Christmas is finished? Right then, so now this is right outside the back of my accommodation block, and over in the distance you've got a car park and a basketball court, which would be nice if I actually play basketball, but I don't. And then a nice little garden here where you can just sit in and relax in summer. I haven't been in here much yet because the weather's been awful during the winter. And over there, another car park. So looking forward to using this space a little bit more come summertime, but until then I've got to be confined to the warmth of my room. So I've just gone and had to get some gloves because my hands were absolutely freezing when showing you around Pragerstrasse. So now I'm feeling a little bit better and we can head off to the main university. So the main reason why Pragerstrasse and just generally the city seems so dead is because I'm doing this at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and the Germans are very stubborn in the fact that they believe Sunday is a rest day, a time to spend with family and friends, and so pretty much the entirety of Germany is dead on a Sunday. The main shopping centre in town opens up, if you know, like Britain, for just a few hours, but other than that, any small town and nothing will be open at all. So we're just walking up the tram line that runs outside my house up towards the university, and across the road is a rather nice looking church. I didn't know whether I'd like it when I first arrived. It looked a bit odd looking for a church, but I think since I've decided it's quite nice looking. And off there in the distance is some more student accommodation. Those are the nice student accommodation blocks, the ones that I wanted to be in, but no, I got stuck with one that looks a bit like a prison cell. But anyway, onwards. I'm sorry if I seem a bit groggy as well this episode. Like, I literally just got out of bed and have started doing this, so I don't think I've quite fully woken up yet. Right, now, so as we walk on down to the university, I'm going to pose a question of the day for you, and that is, would you rather live in the city or in the countryside? I myself prefer the hustle and bustle of a city. I like knowing that I'm somewhere, knowing that there are facilities and services around me, but I can understand why people enjoy the tranquility of the countryside. So, are you an urbaner? Are you a ruralist? Yes, I did just make those words up, but put your answer and your justification comments below, let me know, and we can have a good old discussion about it. I really regret not wearing a coat now, it's absolutely freezing. And so we've just arrived at the main university campus, and this sign here used to be a map, but it's evident that during the night the strong winds have knocked it to the floor, and someone's had to put those cylinder blocks on top of the map to keep it there for someone to come fix later. And so this here is one of the lecture buildings where I get taught mechatronics, and you can see just how old it is. The lecture halls themselves have been done over, they're reasonably comfortable, but the buildings themselves do leave a little to be desired. And so for all you Sheffield students, this here is the equivalent of John's van, where you can get a little bit of food in between lectures, although you can't get a nice sausage and bacon bap here. You can only really get baguettes and other assorted sandwiches. Much quicker in getting through people, but you know, sometimes you just need a bit of grease. So I'm looking forward to getting back to John's van next year. And so that there, right in the corner, is another one of my lecture buildings, but they're pretty much all the same. There's nothing really to distinguish each building. They're all quite old and boring, nothing inspirational. So yeah, that's where I get bored to death every weekday. Now I could give you a tour of the whole of the university, but I think you get a good enough picture from those two buildings that there's nothing really to get excited about. The library is just, it's nothing like the IC. It's completely old, a bit like Western Bank, but probably even older, to be honest. So I don't go there too often. So yeah, that's my university and the general area in which I live. So that's it for today's tour, ladies and gentlemen. For all you social bubbles amongst you, links to my social media pages are down in the description below. Follow me and drop me a quick tweet about what you thought about today's video, and I'll be sure to hit the follow button back. Students, I wish you the best of luck in your revision as the exam season beckons. And to help you with that, I've spilled my 5 top secrets to exam success on my blog, a link to which can be found right here. Other than that, guys, this has been David, aka The Special Dave, signing out until next Wednesday. Till then. So my story begins with, you know, little 7-year-old David having the time of his life on holiday with his family in Austria, doing a little bit of skiing, and so it all begins at one of little David's favourite 3 times a day, breakfast, the other 2 obviously being lunch and dinner. If I hadn't, my hands would just, they'd probably get frostbite by the end if I didn't go back and get gloves.